Okay, let's start today's call. The first agenda item is to go through, do the retrospective review for current sprint. I know there's still a few tickets that and the code review sessions, and hopefully Win will have some time to help us to do that today. And then the fingerprint project needs some help in terms of like testing. There's a couple of tickets on the testing column. So Eric, I found a window machine that I can use. So hopefully I need to allocate some time, if not today, hopefully sometime this week to help with testing on those. So that I will give you feedback. And thank you so much, Eric, for following up on the tickets on this stuff.
Oh, thanks, Eda.
And so there's one ticket on pre-testing column that is resolving the conflict, which is REST web services and mUzima registration module. So we provide the OMOPs last Friday for AMPAP developer team to do testing. So they post an update on a separate tickets in their project to verify mUzima registration module doesn't interface with OpenMRS REST call. So Win, are you on? Oh yes, you're on. So Alan just posted the stat trace messages here. So I don't think you got a chance to look at it yet, Win, right? Because he just posted like a little bit earlier.
Eda, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, they have not indicated whether they uploaded the modules to the AMPA test server. I don't know, could it be the case that they are testing with the old modules?
Yeah, we can ask them, yes. That's a good point. So maybe we can just borrow this. See if we can post here. He also tested in the AMPAP test server. Okay, let's just ask them and wait for them to reply. That's a good point, Simon. So let's move on the other ticket that on the in progress column, Srita is helping us on mUzima 270. Srita, do you still have any questions for Win for 270?
I do have some questions, Ada.
You don't have a question? Okay, so you have all the information you need?
No, I have questions.
Oh, you have? Okay, go ahead and ask.
So when actually I think the last I spoke to you, I needed to use the mUzima form service to get the form name from the template UUID. And for that, I had to actually, I made the changes in form.xml and config.xml. But now I'm running to another issue where basically, if you see the module application context.xml, that's where we're actually initializing the mUzima form service and mUzima tag service. So I'll have to make those changes as well. Uh, I'm just going to share my screen just to show you what I'm talking about. And the other thing is the OMOD for the processor module is using an older version of OpenMRS. It's using 1.8.7 and the OMOD for mUzima forms is using 1.9.0, because of which there is a conflict. So is it okay if I upgrade to the latest version? Hello? Okay, but it's a big change, Win, so I'm wondering if you want to do such a big change at this point, like upgrading to a newer version of OpenMRS, because we'll have to do a lot of testing on both the server side as well as the mUzima Android side. That's one thing. And the second thing is, right now I'm duplicating a lot of code across the modules. So I don't know if I'm comfortable making such a big change. I just wanted to just check with you if it makes sense to make such a big change, or is it better to just send the form name from the device itself. I understand completely why you're saying. I can make the two modules work together and then you can pull the latest code. Sure, I think that will be easier because right now yeah. So let me just share my screen because right now I'm like fixing change after change and it's like each time I test I'm like, oh, I need this as well, I need this as well. So I've been adding stuff from one module to another and it looks like it's a lot of duplication. So one second, I'm just looking for the code. So if you take a look at the module application context.xml file in mUzima Forms, we have this transaction, the proxy bean for mUzima Form service as well as mUzima tag service. So even though we don't need these per se in the processor module because we are requiring the forms, mUzima Forms module, it's asking for these beans to be instantiated. Does that make sense? Okay, I don't know where the chat.
I cannot see your screen.
Yeah, just a second, just a second. So, see, we need these service contexts in the processor module as well now. Because we're requiring this OMOD over there in the new pom.xml. I made the change to pull in this OMOD. I think we'll have to also put all of these things inside the processor module. So that's the problem now. And I don't know if I right now I've just like if you look at this is yeah, if you look here I actually added this. If you see the diff, I've actually added this service context in the module application context.xml in the processor module. So I'll have to do that for all the service contexts. Are you okay with me making that change or would you? Yeah, but it's not working that way when like unless I actually explicitly included, it's throwing an error, and I can actually show you the error also. It's just not able to find these things unless it's instantiated. And by putting it in both the places, I mean we'll have to some it could potentially lead to in the future having two versions of them, which I don't want to do unless I'm doing it wrong. Is there a different way to do this? You see your palm? Yeah, sure. This is one change. I upgraded from 1.8.2 of OpenMRS version to 1.9.7. The next change is I added this dependency of the mUzima forms OMOD because I need the mUzima forms service. And then the next change was I made in config.xml. I added this, I require this module, OpenMRS module mUzima forms.
I think you also need to include the same changes into the POM file inside the OMOD and API, I think.
Okay, so this is the one in OMOD.
I think that's in the parent OMOD, I think.
Parent OMOD.
So you need to do the same in the
In the OMOD and the API as well.
yeah.
In these, and it should work fine.
This is the example. I'm pasting the URL.
Okay, I'm just clicking on it just a second.
So the first one is the POM file for the OMOD project, and then the second link is the POM file for the API project. So if you do both, then you will have the service available.
But you want to replace this with org OpenMRS module forms, right?
Yeah, see the next dependency, not that one.
This one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this one and here it is.
I think if you don't call it in the API, are you calling it in the API project or no?
I don't know. I'm going to show you how I'm actually calling it. So in QData resource. So actually the reason I need it is because I have this method called extract form name from payload.
Mm-hmm.
Basically I get the form template UUID and then I call the mUzima form service and I get the mUzima form and from that I get name.
Yeah, so with this one, because it's inside the OMOD, so you just need the dependency in the OMOD.
Okay. Okay, so I'll try that and I'll let you know.
Okay.
And also, I didn't understand the last email that you sent me, but I was just a little confused about this. I don't think we want to maintain consistency for the name field, just in case location name gets changed. I thought we decided that we'll use the location object, so I'm still wondering if this is still relevant here.
Yeah, I think what I'm trying to say is we don't want to maintain. So if we use the location object, I think uh, we can reuse the location object instead of doing like when there's the name change or the location gets voided, then we don't know that the location is actually voided.
Okay, I
Yeah,
see what.
yeah,
Okay. So, and also, I think and I had this email about how do we handle error data that is previously existing, because for those error data that is historically there, the provider and location columns will be null. So, and I think you sent an email saying that when we process the queue data, we basically parse the payload and find the provider and location and populate that. Is that correct?
yeah. I think we can add um, the if condition in the processor. So if the queue data doesn't have the location because they share the same structure,
Mm-hmm.
so we can instead of doing migration, I think we can just check it over there. If location or provider is null, then extract that uh, from the payload data and then assign the location and provider. That way, when the current queue data successfully processed, the archive will already have that, will end up with the location and provider information in the column.
Okay.
And when there's an error, the error will also get the location and provider information in the table.
Okay.
I hope that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense because they both extend auditable data, right?
Correct.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Uh, so, as you see, I'm running into some problems with implementing all the changes, so it's going to take some time. I just want to just let you guys know.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks. That's all about 270 for me, Ada.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks, Rita and Wayne. So let's see the next one. Okay. So the next one. So those are the tickets that we have in progress and things like that. So let's just do like a retrospective review for this past spring that things that we could have done better or things that we did right. So it's for you guys to share your view. Anyone? If not, we'll go to the next item to do the tickets grooming for next sprint. I know that we did talk about, I just want to, from last Friday call, we identified a few tickets that we would like to be included, kind of like a cleanup sprint, as we did not get a chance to uh, work on them. And then two of them are the Huawei tickets. I just want to make sure that it has enough content for the developer to work on that this sprint, next sprint. So this one is on Huawei device, doing the visit process, the form template screen, have the form templates with all the form templates displayed in blue color as default. It makes the user difficult to see which one they actually select or did not select for the download process. So I know this ticket is created by Kieran, and Kieran last, at at time I think he said he had sufficient information to know what the cost is, but I cannot really tell from the tickets what information with the relevant technical information here. But is it clear for the developers, especially for Srita? Probably likely Srita will help us to work on this one. Srita, do you think you might be able to get the information from Kiran on this one?
Ida, I checked with Kiran. I don't think he did a lot of research or triage into it.
Okay.
He saw the problem and he showed it to me, and I think what happened was he reported it and we opened a ticket, but he didn't tell an investigation on it. So I'll have to start from scratch. So right now, where I am is that we know this is an issue, and it's only happening on this particular device because I'm not able to see this happening either on Genymotion or on my phone, which is not a Huawei one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start from scratch. Unless anyone has some pointers or some information, I really don't have much right now to share about this.
Simon, do you have some information on this one? Because I know that you also kind of looked into this one before.
Yeah, what I know is that this issue is not specific to Huawei. It's actually specific to Android version 3 and below. So the same Huawei issues are this ticket and the other one of crashing when you visit patients tab on the dashboard. So somehow it's related to the Android version.
And you always be upgraded to a better version of Android.
But they're running on 4.3.
Really? Yeah. And having this issue.
Yeah.
So Simon, I just have a quick question. Are you saying that you're seeing this issue happen on any phone if it's using Android version 3 or below?
Yes, I did set up an emulator on Genymotion with version 2 point something, and and I was able to reproduce this.
Which version, sorry?
I can't remember, but it was I think version 2.37.
Okay. Okay, so I'll start with that and I'll see if I can recreate this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And they always be upgraded.
Yeah.
Is it possible?
Hey Simon, is it the same for the other ticket? The other Huawei ticket?
Yes.
Simon, thanks, Rita. And I think there's another questions on mUzima 323 regarding uploads consultation queue data handler. So Sweet look into it and then have some comment on that. It's more like for Win, I guess. Yeah. So Win, this is more like it's similar to what I think. Guess what you guys talked about earlier. It's like it's okay to upgrade and make the changes to Palm. Yes. Okay. Okay. So does it help with your questions, Rita, on this one? Okay, cool. And the other one is mUzima 318. Simon, I know that you filed this ticket. I just want to check if you have any questions or need any information on this one.
No, this one is to update the registration handler to be able to process the additional fields that we introduced on the registration form. So remember the registration form, we have extra attributes, which as at now they won't be processed by the registration. So I think this one is pretty clear on my side, and I will be working on it.
Okay, cool. So Alan, I just want to go back to, sorry about that. I want to go back to this one because I think Alan also posted a new message. Yeah, I don't know if he's using the latest or not when he posts this one. So Simon, since you're closer to them, is it okay if you if you chat with him after when you're in the developer office?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that might be easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Let's look at. So another one is the LAC 23, which is the costing form. I believe we already collect sufficient information on the costing form. I think we went through that last time, and the issues that we identified, those have been clarified, and also know how to fix them. Is it correct, Derek and Simon? Is there any changes since last time we chat?
No, you are right. We have the information we need.
Okay.
So in fact, I've already started working on this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a matter of putting it as part of the sprint we are going to start.
Okay. And then the other three are more related to the CAN EMR integration. I think those are on track, and you plan to do the testing sometime this week, right? So is there any issues or things that you want to the team to discuss in terms of CAN EMR integration ticket, Simon?
No. Now for those ones as well, I'm clear on the requirements. Okay. Yeah.
This is it for the tickets for next sprint. Please try to do the updates for those tickets in current sprint. We're going to close the current sprint sometimes in a few hours later today. like our nighttime in our Eastern time. So it gives us like still a few hours to wrap those up. Then we're going to start the new sprint later tonight. The next agenda item is the implementation update. Ruth, for CDM and LARC.
On the CDM and LARC, I'm waiting for the posting form so that I can test. And I'll be going to their meeting at 4:30 so that I can find out how they are faring on, and I'll report back for LARC. Then for CDM, I'll schedule for a small meeting maybe with Kenneth so that we can know the requirements for the form, for the dispensary form, the way we had said in the past meeting, so that we can come up with the list of all the requirements before Simon works on it.
Yeah, and also the logic, to cross-check the logic for the two CDM forms, because right now we plan to put them on hold until the specification are being clarified. So let me know if you need me to join the call with Kenneth as well.
Yeah, I'll ping you if I need your assistance.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you can schedule a call with Kenneth, I'll be happy to join.
Okay.
Maybe to wind up, we'll add something on LAC study. Rollout continues, and just small issues at GOI, whereby we found out that maybe the CHWs needed a day of refresher training, and that is scheduled for Wednesday this week. Then we leave them the devices, and we'll be able to submit and be able to administer some patients together with them, a number like 2 or 3. Last week, the other week, Rotich visited the field and sent. I've seen 2 forms on production server. One form has landed on the error queue, so we'll be able to sort that. That's all from me this side. But more rollout this week. We're expecting that from tomorrow, maybe the CHWs will not be engaged by the Ministry of Health people for malaria and polio campaigns, such that we can do rollout. Thanks.
Hey, Derek, you said Rotich visited the field last week and tried to submit 2 forms, and one of them ended up in the error queue, and it's been resolved. Do you know what the issue was?
It's telling me the patient failed to identify the patient null. It's a null error. So I think I'll be talking to Savai to help me sort out that.
Oh, so it's not being it's not being resolved yet.
Sure.
Okay, got it. So let's move to Robai with oncology.
Oncology, I'm still working on the dysplasia form. It is not saving as complete. I talked to Simon, and they are using the older version 1.0. So I had a challenge. I was not able to get from GitHub how to download the older version so that I can test. So maybe I'll work with Simon so that he can show me how to get it. Then I'll give my updates on Friday.
Okay, Robai, can you ping me if you need help as well?
Okay, I will.
Thanks. And also, I think we still need something from oncology team, because they said I'm still waiting example from them in terms of resolving the clients when it's being existed and then a new registration form is submitted. I'm still waiting for the examples, 2-3 examples from oncology team.
I have a meeting with Kipto tomorrow. Then I'll ask him. Then I'll give you feedback.
Okay, great. Thanks. So, Eric, do you have anything to share?
Nothing much yet. Maybe just wait for you to try out and see. I included a recording on the email that I sent. I don't know whether you've seen it.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so maybe you can try it out and figure out maybe
Mhm.
what the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. It doesn't look like I will have time to do it to try today. Likely Tuesday or Wednesday I will get a chance. So I will get back to you on that.
Okay, teleconsultation I think it's still on hold, so nothing to report about.
Okay. Sure. And is there any other updates you guys anyone want to share or things that you like to discuss?
Nothing from you.
Okay. Wina Shweta, do you have any other thing you want to discuss or share?
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Rita. If not, I think we can end the call early today. And thank you everyone for your hard work. We'll communicate through the RC tomorrow.
Eda,
Yes, Farada, go ahead.
yeah, I don't know if we can today do a small demo on the device management and security.
Is it okay to do it tomorrow? Would that be okay?
At what time?
Hold on a second. Let me just check.
I don't know. We are supposed to be going to Page City. I don't know how far the plan. So we thought that since we still have some few minutes, because I know it will not take us much time, I've just done a very small demo.
Yeah. Let me hold on a second. Let me just check. Okay.
Okay.
Can you guys do the demo now or?
Yes, you are ready.
Okay, if you have everything set up, I think it's okay to do it now.
Okay.
Just
Let's start with just the screen and then we.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
can
sure.
just.
So just FYI for others, this is the device management security demo. If you if you have other things to do, feel free to sign off. If you're interested, you're welcome to stay and look at it. Thanks, man. Bye.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, Mary is joining in. Has joined already.
So for that, I just muted you. Feel free to unmute yourself when you're ready because it has a lot of echo.
We are unable to view Mary's screen. Oh, and we are really disappointed.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, Mary's screen is always too slow.
Okay, maybe we can arrange a time and then
Yeah,
yeah.
it's okay.
Maybe
Sorry.
we can do it during the CDSS call tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, guys. Thank you so much for trying.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, have a good day.
Same to you.
Bye.
Bye.